Yo, what's going on, Council, and welcome back for another 2B Hero X reaction, everybody. This week we got episode 14. So last time on 2B Hero X, we got to meet the new hero Loli and witness her struggles to become a hero, everybody. Though she is a technical genius, we see her having trouble gaining trust due to everyone around her just perceiving her as a small, innocent girl. Luckily though, Loli made a breakthrough in her journey to become a hero and decided to make a mech suit, everybody. Now with her mech suit in hand, no one will ever think she's too cute to be a hero ever again. Thoughts, McMillian?
No, I think you got it. The only thing I would just add is, last time after all that development, a man with a disco ball for a head attacked her place of business, and I'm assuming that is what we're about to see in this episode.
that he did. I don't know. They've been showing us a whole bunch of different heroes, but I think the disco guy hero got to be one of the funniest ones we've seen so far.
Yes. I was immediately when I saw it, I was like, Daft Punk. Daft Punk inspired hero. Right?
Almost reminds me a little bit of a hero we'll see in like My Hero or something, right? So,
oh, definitely, very legitimate.
I thought that was funny. But yeah, I guess for me, before we get here, the only main question I have for this episode is the stalker from last episode, right? Was that the disco ball hero, or was that just like, a totally separate guy? My money is hoping that is a totally separate guy. They're just not doing the whole cliche thing where the stalker turns out to be the hero. But only time will tell, we'll see, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. But all right, with all that being said, everybody, let's go ahead and get straight into the episode. Once again, 2B Hero X, episode 14, Impromptu Counterattack. Let's go, everybody.
Got a little stalker track in action.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the stalker, it's the first guy we see.
Starting the episode with him.
Hey, she asked you a question.
Is that her room?
I hope he's not in her room. No, I don't think that's her room, right? Because this guy got, billions of boards and stuff all around there.
It was just the stuffed animals. I was like, where is this guy?
I mean, your walls.
Exactly. It was given that vibe. Right? Just breathe. Oh.
Freaking perv. Ugh, just hang up.
Okay, so they might not be the same guy then. Because if this is the disco guy coming to attack, and then the stalker, we saw him at the room, so it's probably two different people then.
Not this man breaking it down in the middle of a heist.
Bring it on, bro. Dance with me, baby.
So he can hypnotize people with his music.
Wait a second. You're DJ Shindig.
What a name. What a name.
He grabbed the title of X faster than anyone else.
He was
X?
number one?
To this day, he still holds the record.
That's interesting. He was number one at one point?
I mean, I guess if you take control of people's music, why not, right? But
I see you've already begun.
oh, council.
The council? Of course his ass there.
Sorry, had to
Look
win.
at you knew he.
We have gathered to discuss a breakthrough in Research Project Zero, negation.
Project Zero?
Our findings have been grave.
Project Zero Fear?
I will now ask Professor Luo to go into detail about his
there's
research.
Loli's dad.
A mysterious and powerful substance we are calling fear.
Yep.
Okay.
We've been running tests on samples of fear for an entire year now.
Oh my.
What's going on outside? Oh God! Stop
Oh, so is he breaking into the lab where the fear is being contained?
Yeah.
Call the commission now!
Huh?
She lock her in there.
You don't got the mech suit.
Thank you.
Why?
I know it's him. That creep came for me.
And it wasn't even him.
Yeah.
Come on, you're drunk. No, I'm not.
You are. You
Don't let
legitimately.
him come.
Clearly drunk.
Damn. Why give me a stupid access card if it's totally useless?
No, that's fair.
Because it's more symbolism.
Yeah.
Stop
But why would he know about this though?
I can't let you come any
Yeah,
closer.
maybe he was hired by a different company.
Maybe. Yeah.
If you want to chat, then give me the deeds. What's in the tubes, compadre?
Well, he don't even know what it is.
Oh, well, then maybe he's doing this of his own volition.
If you're not, open up the container. And
I
let me find
wouldn't
out
do that.
myself.
I wouldn't do that. Oh, for a second I thought he was actually just about to kill
I'm
him.
the one you want.
What?
So come at me.
Yeah, drunk ass.
Now who are you?
Thank you.
And looking for an
Cause he not even here for you.
The least you can do is let me see your face. Take it off.
Oh my God.
Home. You call me a mouth breed.
Now he getting manhandled by a drunk girl.
Someone get this crazy chick off me!
You wear a dorky mask. But I know you're burning out of here.
Now I know you burning up under. Straight up.
You think I'm insane?
Oh. Bunny suit Mark II.
Upgrades.
When did you get suited up?
The Glimmer Laboratory is under attack.
They all just seem so.
Not everybody
disinterested.
calling they hitters.
Is it cool for you to put on some promo?
Things are already chaotic enough. I'll get Ghostblade on the scene.
Everybody calling they hitters.
Uncle Rock got a personal on retainer called Ghostblade.
And he
Ah,
answered.
hell.
Maybe it's a sign to add some link to your boy's leash.
What could possibly be so important?
I wouldn't be surprised if Ghostblade was the stalker.
Stalker. I mean, with a name like that, it moves like we saw from the Stalker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Uh-oh. So she got smooth in it.
You busted, ball brain. I've got your whole face memorized. Now knock him dead, Loli girl. Shut up.
Got your whole
You
face
picked on the wrong ladies.
Honor anyone with their head screwed on straight would kill for.
Shut up. We making room for the new generation.
Hey!
You'll be fighting to be the leader of my new fan club.
She's wearing a suit, idiot.
I was about to say, couldn't she just turn the stand off?
Down my sleeve. That you can't handle that Shindig.
She pimp slapped him.
He moves like a chicken with his head cut off.
But it still gets me hyped up.
No.
There's that rush of dopamine.
Well, he feeling it now, Mr.
Yeah, I
Krabs.
was about to say.
He said he not out of options, alright. He on her head top.
God damn. Maybe I disrespected him too soon.
I guess I could see why he could reach number one.
Yeah.
You can control people with your abilities, and they boost your own physical abilities too.
Fireball?
Uh-oh.
She got attachments. Okay.
Look like a bet.
Yeah.
It is a bet, so she finna,
Okay, never mind.
finna hit a home run on his ass.
Hey! Oh!
Oh, but it looked like she might have knocked him into the fear though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It might be a problem. Oh, I ain't even know might. I'm pretty sure that's a problem. It's not over yet.
Damn. About to get fired on your first day and create a mega villain. That's tough.
Why y'all still in there? Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, lock his ass in there.
Hurry up! No need to worry. Ghostblade is here.
Okay, there go Ghostblade. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Ghostblade is MG's top hero.
Completely forgotten what
He got
we
the hair.
discussed. You're here to do research.
He
not
does
play
have the
hero
hair,
like a
so
child.
he
I was about to
could
say,
be
he
the
has the hair.
stalker.
I never want to hear about this again.
You're worried about this stuff, right?
What the
is it
fuck?
Anyway?
Why do you have that?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Impossible! How did you manage to pick it up with your hand?
How did she manage to do that? Is something special about her or the suit she made?
Or her suit? Yeah. Oh, can people with zero trust be affected by fear?
The attack did cause a sample.
That's a good question. But does Loli truly have zero fear now because of old girl though? I mean zero trust.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, that is a good question.
It came from an alien spacecraft. I
Oh my!
gathered it from the site of a crash.
Aliens exist?
Back then,
okay.
we were more focused on the crash itself. Cause and
so that's what her
energy of
suit's
our
made out
world,
of.
including fear and trust.
Trust. Okay.
Trust.
Isolate both the values of trust and fear and insert them into medications.
Oh, no wonder.
Interesting.
You must conduct a survey of the spaceship wreckage.
No wonder she could combat against. She wasn't affected by the sound.
Yeah, right? I don't know. I'm gonna rewind that real quick just to make sure, I didn't miss nothing, because this is some important information.
Aliens exist in this fucking world. I mean, I guess I should be surprised.
But values of trust and fear and insert them into medications. That said,
why would you want to do that though?
Yeah, the medication thing I don't get. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because they haven't talked about that quite yet. But it
has to be. I found out exactly what goes on there. Come on, I can't die like
Okay,
this.
that's not Ghostblade.
Let them torture me.
Not.
I'm begging you. I just need just one spotlight.
I have a way to help you.
Luotong, you have our full permission to survey the wreckage.
Great. I'll go and get started.
What?
But right now, you have a more important mission.
So this might be the guy that's leading fear, or maybe? Okay, all right. They just dropped a huge bomb.
Yeah, a lot of shit just got revealed, and I don't know how to feel about it. One,
I don't know how to feel.
Exist.
Yes, this
Two,
one.
We now know that fear and trust are actual mechanisms of the world that just exist, so that's cool. Still don't know who brought them in the world, but we do know that they are independent of each other now. Apparently, there's an interest in putting them in medicines. That is,
I don't get that part, especially after we just saw. Unless while he was researching, unless while he was researching fear, he saw some properties of it that may be useful, for healing or whatever. But
so okay. So this just came to me. You know how in medical trials they give people the real drug and they give people a placebo.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're playing with the idea of placebos, right? So, for instance, if they introduce just a drug, right, just a random drug,
mm-hmm.
and they tell you it does this, and then the populace ends up believing it off of a commercial or ad
mm-hmm.
campaign or whatever, the drug will actually start doing that because of the trust that it has. Maybe that's the idea. Granted, I don't know. This is just a loose thing based off of
it's a nice theory.
I
like the logic behind it at least.
Yeah,
right.
I'm just saying based off maybe that's the idea behind it. So maybe that's what they want to do. That's some interesting business stuff.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm wondering, I guess what the implications are for it in this arc specifically.
Yeah.
Because right now all I'm getting is that obviously the committee or whatever, they want to obviously harness the powers of trust and fear beyond heroes.
Correct.
And villains and stuff. So there's that. The alien spacecraft is interesting, and then two, whoever mystery dude is with the scepter and mask.
Yeah, because that wasn't Ghostblade unless Ghostblade mask can turn, he got extra features or whatever. But yeah, from what they showed us, that was a totally separate person than Ghostblade.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it makes me think was that guy, were they even still in the lab in that moment, right? Or were they, completely somewhere else, right? It just doesn't.
It looked like they were still in the lab, but it looked like that might have been a separate person from the team that was brought in altogether.
But how will he sneak in though? Is my thing. How will he sneak in? And there's people actively going in there to to stop the guy, right? So it's just.
I know it could be some. I mean, powers exist in this world, so I'm not ruling out that it could just be some abilities or some shit. But also there's the the DJ character Shindig,
Mhm.
he even said like, "I did what you asked of me. I like after suffering those experiments." So obviously, something besides the laboratory stuff that's happening right now happened to Shindig.
Yeah, and the other reason why I'm asking is I don't know if they were still in the lab or not, because from the whole scene at the end with the doctor explained the material about the alien ship and all that stuff, it seemed like that had happened after the incident at the lab, right?
Him talking to the committee seems like a flash forward. My only thing is like the guy appearing before Shindig. I don't know exactly like when that happens. Is that
correct
before they like Ghostblade and them even show up?
Correct.
Or is it during the same time?
Correct.
And if it's during the same time, like what ability does this person have to, like you said, avoid all these people that are entering the lab? Like what's going on there?
Correct. Yeah, because I'm about to say I'm just going back and looking at the scene of when Ghostwalker, not what was it? Ghostblade. I was about to say, what the hell his name was? I forgot just that fast. When Ghostblade was walking back in, he doesn't have that mask or anything, and he doesn't appear to be like holding a scepter in his hands, but they didn't show anything.
For a second, I thought it was when they were showing old boy walk up. I thought that was a sword, and I was like, oh, Ghostblade about to kill this person. And then I was like, oh no, that's a cane or a scepter or something. And this is a totally different guy. So that's there's a lot going on now. Yeah,
it's a lot going on, especially with the fucking aliens, because where did they come from? Now it's making me think aliens are just having an outside effect on the world, and they're just playing, and they're just experimenting on humans.
Because I was about to say, okay, so aliens exist, cool.
Because specifically for the reason that the material that was found on the alien ship, counteracts both trust and fear, right? So
yeah, which makes me think that aliens could have had a role in creating trust and fear in like the first place, and they just like, hey, we gonna drop it on this random planet, and these guys are gonna become our entertainment or some shit. Like, I'm not totally against that idea now.
Yeah, what do I say? Because what the hell, this old plane crash? The only plane crash I knew about was the Lucky Cyan one,
exactly.
right?
For a second, I thought that's what they were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I thought they was talking about for a second. Then they showed the ship, and I was like, wait a minute.
And I was like, that's not a plane. That's not a plane. That's obviously not a plane.
Yeah, no, this is. No, that's crazy. They're crazy. Like I said, that just throws a whole extra twist on the whole world building now, right? That the fact that aliens are in this verse, it's just crazy.
Yeah, because like I said, that opens up a can of so many like implications of like where the powers of this world come from, how aliens could influence like this world in general. So that's just that's crazy. Yeah, no, my question is, he talked about the metal and like the aspect that they were focused on simply the crash. My question is, were alien life forms found on the ship at all?
That's because I mean it would make sense though, right? He's not focused on the materials made the damn airplane the damn ship is made out of, right? Why isn't the alien ship crash landing on our planet? Aliens are real, like I think that's the first more important thing. So
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm wondering if the life form obviously were there life forms in there, most likely because weren't really paying attention to the ship itself. So B, I guess the question is like, what are y'all doing with those aliens right now?
You know what? And it also could be the case, potentially, that fear may be like an outcome from the aliens, right? Because fear almost does look like an sort of alien substance, right? And I only say that as well because it seems like fear is more new to the humans in this world, right? They've been new about trust, but they're just now finding out about fear, right?
I think a thing that would support that claim or like that idea. Think back to the orphanage, the guy who ran the orphanage. When fear completely took over him, he looked like a
monster or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and then also we can even use Queen's arc. The thing at the end that just came out of nowhere could have also been like an alien life form or something that was affected by fear to the point it changed its biology.
Oh, you're talking about that little Anubis looking creature we saw at the end of Queen's Ark? Okay, yeah. I wouldn't put it past that.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, this opens up a whole new avenue of like things to consider.
Yeah.
In terms of like the world.
Yeah. Yeah, because it could just very likely be the case that fear was introduced due to this, you know, the alien ship crash landed on this planet, right? And so now, you know, it was in hiding or whatever, but slowly it's starting to make its appearance, you know, throughout the world here and there.
Yeah,
Well, not necessarily throughout the world, I guess, you know, in this area, because, you know, this, you know, I'm assuming the plane crashed somewhere near, you know, their city or whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, granted, we don't know how big the To Be Hero X world
is. Yeah.
It could just be a city. Right? It could be like this land, like this, you know, not that big landmass or whatever, but regardless to say, the alien thing is very like pressing now to, I think, the mythos.
Yeah. Because that came out of nowhere. Because I was just with
legit, all the aliens.
I'm just chilling. You like, yeah, you know, this new material. Can you know, can you know, reverse, whatever, nullify. There we go. Block out, nullify trust and fear, and then, you know, it came from this alien shit. I'm like, well, wait a minute, alien shit, what's going on?
Yeah, because even the way he said it was just like, yeah, aliens. All right. It was like, yeah, no, we all know about the aliens, right?
Yeah, you know about alien shit, right? No, we don't know about the alien shit. Professor, please enlighten us.
Please elaborate. What? What you talking?
This after 14 episodes, this is our first mention of somebody saying something about an alien ship. All right.
Exactly. So
we learned a lot of different things, but aliens was not one of them. Aliens was not one of them. Goddamn it. Oh man, no, that is crazy though. I like that. I don't know if I like it too much just yet. I'm intrigued though. It's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely intrigued. I'm moving forward. I'm interested to see how how that information will play into the next couple of arcs. Because even now, that like so many questions. I could have potential answers to.
Because, like, for example,
how I said
well, I'm sorry. I'll let you finish your thought. My bad.
I was just gonna say, like, remember how I said, like, Lucky Cyan's items having to do interacting with luck, and I was like, how the fuck does that work? Because luck, as a concept, doesn't have like physical shape. But now, the fact that there's items out there that can contain fear and trust, it's not that far fetched to say something could generate. Like an item could generate
luck, if you will,
or interact with it. So I'm just like the wheels are turning basically in my head. Just like all the stuff we saw before, and like what could explain it, you know? So.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. 100%. Oh, this is just so damn interesting. But before we get out of here though, another thing I wanted to touch up on is the stalker, right? It's a possibility that he could be Ghostblade because, you know, their hair, right, kind of was similar.
Yeah,
what I'm really thinking about is Ghostblade and the guy we saw at the end, are they in cahoots, right? Because they kind of was wearing like similar outfits, because, you know, that's what made me think it was Ghostblade at first, right? So now I'm wondering, are they in cahoots? And then on top of that, right, like back to, you know, the very beginning of this series, right, when God Eye first got, you know, turned into, you know, God Eye, right? The mysterious voice that, you know, compelled him to use fear and whatnot, right? Was that the guy we just saw, or was that, you know, or is that potentially, you know, one of the aliens, you know, that if there is aliens, you know, out and about, right? So
yeah, because that guy did sound familiar, and I was trying to place it, and in my head, I'm like, I was thinking, could that be Uncle Rock? But I was like, it doesn't sound enough too similar to him.
Yeah,
but it might be, like you said, the guy that approached God Eye, right? There was also the thing I was going to say. I'm now wondering, is Ghost Eye simply stalking this girl just to stalk her, or could he be trying to expose some shit that's going on at her job? Considering the fact that, like, if it is Ghost Eye, he's
Ghostblade.
Seems to Ghostblade. Sorry, thank you. I just combined God Eye and Ghost.
I know.
But Ghostblade would be is now privy to the shit that seems to be going on in the background of Lab Zero. So, like, could he be trying to tell her, like, hey, the place that you're working for is actually kind of shady, but it's just doing it in a really fucked up, weird, bizarre way.
I don't know, because I mean, it looked like that man was coming to kill her, so I honestly don't know.
No, I mean, no, I agree. I think it's a weird thing, but like a lot of times, the show is not a stranger to play with perception. So
correct. I mean, that's one of the big things of it, perception.
Mm-hmm. So that's just something that's on my head. Granted, I think it's a bit weak right now. There's not a lot to support it. So that could just be the ramblings of a madman right now. Mm-hmm. but those are just like the thoughts I have like at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Right now, basically, there's a lot that was just revealed to me, and so there's a lot of new theories, I guess. You can make of it.
Oh, that's crazy. Now I'm wondering, was this Loli's last episode for her arc? Because was that 2 episodes for this?
That was 2 episodes. I don't think I haven't. So since that time I looked at the To Be Hero X website, I haven't gone back because I mean, like you, I don't know. I don't fully want to know when the end of a character's story is quite yet.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess we'll see next week, right?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, if we do continue her story, I guess it'll be understood, because now it looks like they're about to go maybe potentially raid the alien ship again or whatnot or something.
I don't know if they're raiding it or just going back to it, because it made it sound the way he talked about it made it seem like they had it, like, so they're just probably revisiting it, especially because Loli's whole suit seems to be made of the material.
Yeah.
And he even said like, oh, because I was so concerned about the crash and then we moved on to fear, I didn't really pay attention to the material itself. So now I just think this means he now has permission to mess with the material
and stuff, and probably mess with whatever else is on the ship too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially if the material itself is has properties to
block out trust.
There we go. Nullify. Thank you. To block out. There we go. Nullify. I don't know where the fucking flick came from. To nullify both trust and fear. That is something that the council will probably see as high value, right? So
considering the fact that they were trying to harvest fear, I definitely imagine this is now moved to the top of their list. They're like, I mean, the other powers are cool, but like this,
but this, this is the real shit right here.
Right here, yeah.
We finna start making medicines and everything. Everybody can be a hero now. Finna turn the whole society into heroes with this.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, no, it's just interesting. Yeah, no. Okay. Anything else you want to touch upon before we head out here, brother?
I think we hit everything, honestly.
Okay. Well, all right, everybody. Council, To Be Hero X, they dropped a big lore bomb here on us at the end of this episode. So, let us know down below in the comments what you guys think. And, we'll see you all next week for episode 15, everybody. Peace out.